What's going on, Double A Nation? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 NBA teams that could possibly trade for Russell Westbrook in the order of likelihood. So we go from the least likeliest to the likeliest. Now, since Russell Westbrook's contract ends after the coming season and he'll become a free agent, the Oklahoma City Thunder don't want to risk losing another huge superstar for nothing and are considering possible trades before a repeat of the Kevin Durant saga, which happens again a year from now. But to me, Russell Westbrook does seem like a much more loyal player than KD, and his competitiveness makes it unlikely that if he was a free agent, he would sign with a team like the Warriors. Now back to the actual trades that can potentially happen this offseason, and that is Russell Westbrook being traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Although from the 5 likely scenarios, this seems the most unlikely one. The Thunder would want an immediate replacement for their star point guard, so the Cavaliers might have to give Kyrie Irving and a future first round pick to get Westbrook. OKC are facing the possibility of losing another star to free agency next season, so are considering a trade now for a star, and Kyrie Irving fits that description perfectly. However, in order for this deal to fall through if the Cavs do try to get Westbrook, a long-term deal for Westbrook with the Cavs is a necessity for them to even consider trading away Kyrie Irving. However, this is the least likeliest outcome, as Kyrie Irving played a huge part in helping the Cavs win their first ever NBA championship, and it would be like a stab in the back for the Cavs to trade away Kyrie Irving as soon as a star is available for trade. So the second team that could possibly trade for Russell Westbrook is the Clippers, and this seems like the perfect trade possibility. Westbrook is from LA, and the Clippers themselves may need a point guard, with Chris Paul expected to decline his player option for next season. This means he may not return to the team. The Clippers have the best trade piece, Oklahoma native Blake Griffin, and this makes sense for the Thunder as both Russell Westbrook and Blake Griffin are huge superstars, but with CP3 still in LA right now, it does make it hard to make the trade. If this trade does happen, then it's most likely to happen in the 2017 offseason. Russell Westbrook with the Clippers would automatically make them title contenders on paper. However, a good roster filled with lots of individual talent does not really make a very successful team, and that is obviously clear with the current Clippers roster, which has many stars such as CP3, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, JJ Redick, and Jamal Crawford. Sounds like a very good team. And they're not a bad team, but with this group of players having been together for so many years, and with a good coach like Doc Rivers, who's already an NBA champion, it's inexcusable to not make the conference finals even once. So I'm not sure if Westbrook going to the Clippers would be a good move if he wants the ring. It seems like the Clippers are allergic to success. The third team that could trade for Russell Westbrook is the New York Knicks, and this is actually a very real possibility. Westbrook would love to play in New York City, and he has publicly shown that he is very fond of Kristaps Porzingis. However, the Knicks do not really have much to offer the Thunder, as they can't just give D Rose by himself. Melo has a no-trade clause and won't waive it, and the Knicks also don't want to lose Porzingis due to both his talent and the pull factor he brings to Russell Westbrook coming to New York. The Knicks would have to give a lot of draft picks along with D Rose and another player to make this work. In terms of how I think this move will work out if it does go through, I think the Knicks will get back to being relevant. However, I don't see them getting past the second round of the playoffs. This team is now filled with good players randomly selected to play for a team, and I don't think the first season will bring them much success, although I do expect them to make the playoffs. I just can't see the Knicks reaching even the conference finals, and I'm sure Russell Westbrook would want to move to a team that could get him a ring, so in my opinion he should go to the Spurs. However, I don't think that move is ever going to happen. The fourth team that could trade for Russell Westbrook is the LA Lakers, and this is also in Westbrook's hometown and is therefore a huge pull factor. There are rumours of a 3-way deal involving the Minnesota Timberwolves, where the Lakers give D'Angelo Russell, Lou Williams, and Jose Calderon to OKC, and Julius Randle to the Timberwolves to reunite him with former Kentucky Wildcat Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves give Shabazz Muhammad to OKC, and Westbrook goes to the Lakers. This trade is able to happen, and would be a crazy switch of teams for lots of players, but would be good for both the Lakers and the Thunder. The Lakers still get to keep Brandon Ingram and Jordan Clarkson while adding Russell Westbrook to their team, so Russell Westbrook still has a good young core to work with, and although they still may not make the playoffs, they'll be very close, and the season after that could see them return to the playoffs as Brandon Ingram bulks up and gets used to the NBA. This would be a good move for OKC because D'Angelo Russell is a very promising player and is able to become an all-star caliber point guard. Since KD left, there's now a hole at the 3 spot, and Shabazz Muhammad is improving every year. Williams and Calderon are good veteran guards to back up Russell and Oladipo in OKC. Now the team that is most likely to get Russell Westbrook is the Boston Celtics, and Boston is the most realistic of the 5 teams discussed in this video and have the best chance to make an appealing offer to the Thunder. They are title contenders and have lots of draft picks and young players to please OKC. They are likely to trade Brooklyn's 2017 and all 2018 first round picks, along with some good players like Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder. The Thunder can choose literally anyone from the Celtics roster except Isaiah Thomas and Al Horford, and since the Celtics have more assets than anyone else, they are Westbrook's most likely trade destination if he does get traded. They also have a huge pull factor for Westbrook by being title contenders, and with Russell Westbrook in Boston, they have a real chance of reaching the finals at the least. However, I'm not too sure how the Celtics can fit Russell Westbrook and Isaiah Thomas into the starting lineup unless Thomas is made to play the two guard. Overall, Westbrook leaving OKC is a possibility, and the likelihood of him being traded this offseason is high considering the fact that he'll be a free agent next season. I would love to see him with Boston and increase the competitiveness in the East and actually have a good shot against the Cavs. However, he could just stay and then sign to the team of his choice when he hits free agency. Anything is possible right now. Well, that's a wrap to this video. Let me know which of these trades you guys would love to see. Please like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.